It is good to have your company. Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, the 8th of September, and this is your news today. Coming up, we're live to Melbourne as Erin Patterson learns her fate while the world watches on. Plus, we'll show you extraordinary scenes at the US Open this morning as Donald Trump takes centre court. And forget crying over spilt milk. See the world record attempt that didn't quite go to plan.
Ooh, it was dangerous, wasn't it? Well, first up this morning, mushroom murderer Erin Patterson will be sentenced today at Victoria's Supreme Court. Let's go live to Today Melbourne reporter Christina Hearn. Chris, she could be sentenced to life without parole.
Yeah, that's right, Sarah. So this sentencing is not about whether Erin Patterson is going to receive life behind bars or not. Even her defence has agreed that that is an appropriate sentence for someone who has been convicted of killing 3 people. So this is all about whether Erin Patterson will ever walk free from jail. Now, if she's given no chance of parole, she'll become the first Victorian woman for that to occur, and only the second Australian woman since New South Wales abattoir worker Catherine Knight back in 2001. Now, her defence is arguing she should have a chance of parole because the tough conditions she's experiencing behind bars because of her notoriety. She's basically in solitary confinement, which even the judge has questioned the humanity of that. But the prosecution is arguing that her offending is so cruel and so horrific, she should never have the chance to walk free from jail.
Chris, there's so much interest in this sentencing, and it's probably because of that. This is the first time a television camera can actually broadcast this sentencing live inside the courtroom.
Yeah, a historic moment here in Victoria, Sarah, because normally you even take a picture in there. I mean, that is illegal, but a television camera will be allowed in and this sentencing will be broadcast live. While Erin Patterson will be here in person to learn her fate, the camera will be locked on Justice Christopher Beale as he delivers his sentence. He's indicated it will go for about 30 minutes in his sentencing remarks, at the end of which, at his conclusion, he will reveal how long Erin Patterson will spend behind bars. Sarah.
We'll be watching. Thank you, Chris.
Next up this Monday, a plan to take down shark nets from Sydney beaches has been halted after a fatal attack on the northern beaches. Experienced surfer Mercury Salakis was killed by a large shark at Long Reef Beach near Dee Why on Saturday morning, where nets were only installed last week. Waverley, Northern Beaches and Central Coast Council say they will not abandon the trial. Police in Sydney haven't ruled out arrests after fiery scenes at Bondi Beach between pro-Palestine and pro-Israeli protesters. Let's go live to today's Sydney reporter, Gabrielle Boyle. Gabby, good morning to you. Got pretty ugly.
It certainly did. Heated protest scenes at a beach that we traditionally associate with that beautiful white sand and blue skies. Really ugly scenes at Bondi yesterday. It all kicked off around 11:30 as pro-Israel supporters came to counter-protest a Gaza paddle-out which had been scheduled for mid-morning. Punches were thrown and certainly very angry scenes. A large police presence here. Let's hear from some of the protesters.
Each of us have our hearts travelling with the Gaza flotilla
into this beautiful beach on a Sunday morning to bring the ancient hatreds from the Middle East here. And we just want to stand and say no.
Police tell us no arrests were made and no charges have been laid. Carl?
Gabby, thank you.
Detective leading Senior Constable Neil Thompson will be farewelled in a ceremony at the Victoria Police Academy in Glen Waverley today after he was shot and killed 2 weeks ago. Police are continuing to search for his accused killer, Desi Freeman. His son revealing this morning that he fears his dad was like Rambo and could survive without food for weeks. Now to some wild mobile phone footage which has captured the moment a man allegedly bit an officer during an arrest at the Royal Adelaide Show. It played out in front of hundreds of families after the man's partner was accused of assaulting police. Witnesses describing the incident as an explosion of fury.
Everything he had, he was trying to hit those cops. He even tried biting the cops the one time.
The pair was eventually escorted from the showgrounds and now face a string of charges.
US President Donald Trump says he's ready to ramp up sanctions against Russia after Ukraine was rocked by the largest aerial assault of the war.
Are you ready to move to the second phase of sanctions against Russia or punishing?
Let's go live to 9 Europe correspondent Jessica Millwood. Jess, this attack hit government buildings in Kyiv.
Government buildings hit in Ukraine's capital for the first time in this 3.5-year war. It wasn't just Kyiv that was struck by some 800 drones launched by Russia, but various other cities as well. Ukraine is accusing Russia of targeting civilian residential buildings. Dozens of people have been injured, 3 people killed, including a mother and her infant child. It was just last month that Donald Trump welcomed Vladimir Putin to have peace discussions in Alaska. Quite clearly, he's growing impatient, and now instead of peace, more sanctions are likely. Sarah?
Jess, thank you.
A drone strike fired at an airport in Israel's south, injuring 2 people, has now been claimed by Yemen's Houthi group. The attack targeted the arrivals hall and halted operations at the airport and in the airspace. This comes as Israel says it destroyed an underground route hundreds of metres long in northern Gaza as the government vows to push forward with its operation in Gaza City. Almost 900 people have been arrested after a demonstration against the ban on the Palestine Action Group in London over the weekend. The Metropolitan Police say 857 people were arrested under terrorism laws and 33 people for other offences, marking the largest mass arrest in the British capital in decades. The demonstration's organisers say protesters were peacefully defying the ban. Japan's Prime Minister has confirmed he will step down after a disastrous upper house election defeat. Shigeru Ishiba reportedly making the decision to avoid a divide within the party. The Liberal Democratic Party will today decide on holding an early leadership election.
The US President's appearance at the US Open has caused security headaches, delaying the start of play by more than half an hour. Let's go live to US correspondent Reid Butler. Reid, good morning to you. Is it fair to say that in terms of the crowd, it was about 30 all?
Yeah, it was a mixed reception, Carl. We had lots of boos, but also a lot of cheers as well. The US President is living it up in a luxury suite as a guest of Rolex. And you can decide for yourself, this was the moment he appeared on the big screen during the national anthem. See that sly smile there as he hears the reaction. Broadcasters, the official broadcasters, were actually warned by organisers not to focus on any kind of negative response to the president in the crowd, but that is apparently standard practice, Carl.
Good on you, Reid. Thank you.
McLaren has sparked controversy at Monza, ordering Oscar Piastri to let Lando Norris through after botching the Brit's pit stop with a faulty wheel gun. The Aussie had jumped his teammate fair and square, but in an incredible act of sportsmanship, he surrendered second place.
But this is a bit like Hungary last year. We pitted in this order for team reasons. Please let Lando pass, then you're free to race.
I mean, we said that a slow pit stop was part of racing. So I don't really get what's changed here, but if we really went to do it, then I'll do it.
A tough pill to swallow for Piastri, who ended up third behind Max Verstappen and Norris, trimming his title lead down to 31 points.
I don't get it. Anyway, forget crying over spilt milk, Oscar. What about spilt beer? A German beer carrying record holder has attempted to outdo himself, carrying 31 beer mugs at once. Check out the big fella.
What is he doing? No.
Unfortunately, Oliver's dreams came crashing down, with only 17 making it past the finish line after a few hiccups. The Oktoberfest waiter holds the current world record of 29 mugs carried at once, weighing almost 70 kilos, which is still something to cheer about, I guess.
It's a lot of beer.
Oh, how good's Oktoberfest? Ja.
Danke.
Danke. Auf Wiedersehen.
That's all I've got.
Take a look at the weather across the country. Ich möchte einen Vergleich sagen.
Oh,
a frontal
wow.
system will see storms and showers across Tassie, central Victoria and southeastern New South Wales.
Summer's day for Sydney with a top of 28 degrees. Wow, that is warm, while a cold front passes across Perth.